What is going on, Mad Spideyverse? Yeah, it's your boy here. I decided I wasn't going to do the voting live at all. I didn't do the nominations live. Like I did both last year live. I was not going to do it live, and then I was I've only got it finishes tomorrow. Tomorrow for us, and I think maybe a day and a half or 2 days for the US, whatever it is. And I thought, fuck it, I'll just do it. I did send out the bat signal. Not that I use many DC references, but I did have one person that answered the call, and glad he did because, yes, I am hotspotting off my phone from home. I will probably end up getting kicked out or something, so it'd be good if somebody's there to keep it going until I can get back in. So let's let him in. It's the man, the myth, the legend, the one on the road to 1K. So let's fucking get him there. It's Mr. Omnibo himself.
Yo, how's my brother?
What is going on, Ben Riley?
I didn't know when you were going to let me in, so I was like this for like...
I know, I can see you in the background doing this for about 10 minutes. Oh, God. Yeah, right. So I thought, fuck it. Bo is the backup if I do kicked out, but I do like a bit of company while doing this because I don't run live streams well by myself, as everybody fucking knows. But let's say a quick hello to the chat before we get into it.
Isn't every Sunday a live chat, a live show?
Yeah, but I'm not running it very long by myself, though. Generally, I've always got somebody waiting in the background, like to jump in. Like occasionally might be 5 minutes or 10 minutes at most, but most times there's somebody waiting in the background to just jump in and then we can just go from there. So,
gotcha. You're popular.
No.
Yes.
Let's say hello to the chat. Obviously, Bo is here. He got in first. I probably didn't, because I only thought about it on the way home from work. I thought, fuck it, I'll just do it. And then, so Lascrucius didn't get in first like he usually does. And, as soon as you drop the link, he fucking jumps in and says hello. But Dave, still only 35 cents. Another man, he's just hit 1K, or it's been a couple of weeks. But congrats to Dave. Also in the running for a new best channel, which I hope he does win because it is greatly deserved. As I was talking to Bo last backstage, I'm struggling to hit 700. I've been almost doing it 4 years. Bo's been on it for about 2 years, I think. 2 and a bit.
Aussieverse alone, I think 2.5. Yeah.
And yeah, you're almost a 1K. Dave hasn't even been going a year yet, and he's already over the 1K. But that's just
you know why?
The level of professionalism that he has.
It's the editing and the great footage and the for channels like you and I that don't do any editing, and it's hard. People want to see professionalism, which we don't really have.
But in saying that, people have stuck with me for almost 4 years, so I'm very grateful for them as well. So I do love the small community that I have built up over the years. So I do love it. So yes, vote at CBC Awards. That's what this is all about. It's Whack Daddy himself, Lee. I hope you're doing well, mate. Keeping out of trouble because I know you usually can't. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. To the one non daylight saving state in the whole country. He always likes to remind us, we don't need daylight savings. And I'm like, whatever. And let's find a group. Sorry, let's fucking go. I do love when Rob pops that in. It's not hard to learn how to edit if you really want to. I can teach myself to edit anyway. No, I am what you would literally call I wouldn't say technophobe, but I would call myself a complete moron when it comes to computers.
Let him get the thumbnails first, then he can do the editing.
Yeah, well, I had Simon do my thumbnails for like 3.5 years, and then I had Mark from Legion actually show me a program that he reckons I could use, and I was able to use it. now I finally am doing my own thumbnails. No, it's not an excuse, it's just the truth. Yeah, exactly. Everybody knows I do everything off the cuff. Sometimes that works in my favor because I'll say something stupid and Remy will usually clip it. Not necessarily on my own show, but sometimes on other people's shows.
So
sorry,
did
Mr.
Simon
Computer Guru.
Did Simon dump you in the thumbnail thing?
No, he actually got upset. He actually got upset that I started to learn my own.
Well, he was probably hurt because he enjoyed contributing.
Yeah.
He dumped me. Ooh.
He dummoed me. Yeah, nice spelling mistake there too. But no, I'm very appreciative to Simon. Like Simon has done so much for me in my YouTube, I wouldn't say career, but journey. He has done a shitload for me. Yeah, like Simon, he helped me.
Definitely not talking about you.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. When I first got this MacBook, because I was doing everything off my phone, and that was just bare minimal sort of stuff. But when I got my laptop, he helped me go through it, how to, set up things and do things on, all sorts of stuff with the laptop. Obviously, he was doing my thumbnails for a long time, so I love the guy. I greatly appreciate him, but I also love giving him a shit. I didn't get upset.
you and Rob's Fat Stacks. It's just like every thumbnail.
There's yeah, pretty much. But no, I just usually just whatever I've filmed on my phone, I'll just take a screenshot, a snapshot or whatever like that of a particular, it's not always the same pose. It'll just be when I'm showing the box or showing, part of the art or whatever it happens to be. And then I'll just clip that and use that and then just put text to it. So
is this thumbnail going to be you without a face? Because I can barely see yours.
No, I didn't put my face on there, so that might mean people might actually watch it. So, all right, let's get fucking stuck into this shit. Let's have a look. Present, share screen. All right. Now that's the one thing I hate about the sharing screen thing is if you're actually in there using it and doing the bits and pieces, you can't actually like see yourself and the screen at the same time. It's one or the other. Obviously, I don't have two computer screens, but
that is correct. I also discovered recently that you can make your own setup here, right? So when you're sharing a screen, if you want to make it bigger, I have started to put me and whoever else at the top of the screen so that there's more width.
Yeah, I noticed I've been seeing Rob sort of doing some different layouts and a few other people doing some different layouts and stuff like that. I haven't really dived into it. I probably don't really have much of a notion to really need to do it because I don't do like any kind of interview show or like obviously for you guys with your FOC show and stuff like that, that would be a good idea if you wanted a certain way to do it. But for me, I don't really need it because the only live stream I regularly do, obviously, is just the Hangout. So it's just whoever can get in there. I'll occasionally do bagging and boarding, but that's the same thing. You're just hanging out and just talking shit and bagging and boarding. So no real need for it, but it is a good idea, though.
I did vote. I voted a while ago now. Actually, if I may just plug Aussieverse quickly, we're going to do we never do the community hangout thing because I figure because I'd love to do it, but it always amazes me how you and Legion always have so many people waiting, and I don't think Aussieverse has that circle of friends, right? So we used to do a live chat when we first started quite often, and we're going to do one next Friday, all about horror stuff, movies, whatever. So if you or anybody else want to join in next Friday, come on.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let's go over to this. See, now I can't even see the fucking chat either. That's the other problem with doing this. Hang on, what I'll do is.
Haven't you made me a mod? Because I've got the
yeah,
I've
you're
got
a
the
mod.
blue...
You're a mod, but it's only admin people that can actually control StreamYard.
Oh, I was going to say, because I can just do the comments while you scroll if you wanted, but yeah, all right.
Yeah, so that's all right. I can. What I'll do is, hopefully, this doesn't fuck me right up, which it probably will. Give me 2 secs. What I'll do
We're going to
is
have a
I'll
Comic
put
Tom
this...
Sticky Goose situation
Ah,
where I
that
take over
that
your
that
channel.
that might actually happen. That's quite a possibility.
Then I
That
show
might happen.
Avengers Endgame and just shut down Mad Spidey.
Yeah, thanks for that. All right, we'll mute that. All right. So at least I got my phone open as well, so at least I can sort of keep an eye on things. No, I don't want to clip myself. Fuck off. Discard clip.
I'm surprised you're doing this live. I'm surprised anybody does this live because, I mean, maybe I overthink it, but I'd be like, oh, like even in this first category, for example, let's say you vote Aurora, like everybody else that's in that category is going to be like, oh, Simon didn't vote for me. Oh, you know, like naturally you're going to be voting for Aussieverse every time you see our name. I get that, but but you know what I mean, though.
Yeah, it is. But in saying that, this also helps in like the minutest of way from obviously a tiny channel like me. Also helps get the word out in some way, shape, or form. That's the way I try to look at the silver lining as much as possible. Like, obviously, yeah, you are right. Like, there are some people that are going to be like, oh, why'd you fucking vote? Because I vote for myself. I always vote for myself. No, you can't vote for yourself. Fucking oath I can vote for myself. Who else is going to vote for me if I don't vote for myself? So...
Yeah, okay, fair enough. At least you're honest about it.
Yeah, exactly. So, what's Dave saying? I thought about it, but a bit conflicted with a number of good channels per category. Yeah,
well, that's right.
And it is. Yeah, a lot of people, like, it's not done as much as what it used to be done. Like, a lot of people used to do the live voting plus like the nominations and the finalists. Not as many people have the guts to do it anymore, actually, because yeah, as you said, like people are like, oh, why didn't you vote for me? Yeah,
I think also people take it way too seriously. Like as much as this is great and it's fun, and I know that myself, for example, I was over the freaking moon and ecstatic when I found out I made finalists and some stuff. At the end of the day, it is just a show created by Brian and we support it and we enjoy it, but it's not like you're winning $1 million for winning. Do you know what I mean? So just chill out.
It's not a friggin' Oscar.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, just enjoy it.
Yeah, it's showcasing. You know, the way I look at it is, it's like this first category right here. I don't even know who the fuck dollar bin bandits are. So it'd be like, oh shit, I'll go and sub to them and see what their channel's like. You know, it's for me, it's finding new channels and stuff like that. So
yeah, it is a lot harder, in my opinion, not to play the violin, but I think it's a lot harder for Australian channels to get up there because it's just, I've just noticed, man, with American channels, it is just so much easier because they're obviously in the same country. They can hook up the interviews, they can do all this sort of, where with us, we're sort of always like begging and clawing to get content with certain individuals and all that. So yeah, I think any Australian channel that's kicking goals like Whack, you, me, I don't know if only 35 cents is considered Australian, but you know, I'm proud of all of us for sticking with it and still having fun.
For sure. There's Mon Comics. How you doing, mate? We're praying for as many Aussies winners as they could put their trophies Straight in their pool rooms. Ah, good reference. Good reference, mate. I like it. I like it. You guys know it. It's great exposure. At the end of the day, it's just for fun. Yeah, and that's the way you got to look at it. It's for fun. It's showcasing channels. You know, it's you try and look at as much positivity as you possibly can. Hey,
Yeah,
Beef,
don't
what's
be
going
a
on? Yeah, we won't mention. We won't go there. Okay, I'm not. You know, I'm opting out. I'm not getting involved in that. I don't want the drama. I got enough drama in my own real life for that.
Oh, tell us, Simon, what's going on?
Shush. I was trying to. I was trying to vote for the Aussies, but I couldn't see the best Tirana category. Oh, look at that for a reference. Love it. Love it. You didn't say Simple Simon. Is it because he's Asian? Oh, my God.
Yes.
How very dare you? All right. Let's go back to... All right. So, tier 1 to 9.99 subs. Favorite channel. As I mentioned, I don't know anything about Dollar Bin Bandits. I will definitely be subbing up to them and checking out their stuff. K-pop, Katie is one of my absolute favorites in the community. She does a lot for the community. She's got great shows, and she's just absolutely, as we would say in Australia, she's an absolute ripping chick or ripping bird, or she's just awesome.
She's tops.
So that's right. Melanin and Manga I've heard of. They were more sort of your like mod extraordinaires, like, so they were always in people's chats and things like that, and then they obviously decided to do their own channel, which is great. I'm very surprised at this Aurora Comics podcast, mainly because when this was released, they only had something like 100 subs. So obviously every single one of their subs must have voted for them. So very interested, but yeah, great. Good to see an up and coming channel. I'd love to see more about them. And of course, Philtastic Comics and Art is another awesome channel. But yeah, definitely be going K-pop because she is one of my favorite people in the community. All right. This is obviously going to be an interesting one. Tier
we
1
know who
to
it should be.
Yeah. 1 to 9.99 subs, best unboxing video or series. I still actually don't know why people put me in the top thing, because I don't do a lot of unboxings. Like, my mad mail calls are very sporadic. I don't get a lot of mail. But sometimes, if I get...
You're showing your statues and stuff, though. Isn't that unboxings?
Probably part of the reason why.
Yeah, exactly. I would have considered it unboxings.
I didn't lose internet, did I? No.
No, you're right.
So have I frozen or is Bo frozen?
You must have frozen because I'm right here live.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I kind of figured it was going to happen when I heard you start talking, and then it just cut out.
If you freeze, I'll put it in the chat, the private chat.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, so best unboxing series. As I said, I don't do them that. I think that's why some people put me in the unboxing series, is because of the statue things instead of voting for me for the statue thing. But it's all good regardless. So let's go. All right. So obviously we got Bo, Aussieverse, with Steve and Sharif, and sometimes Big Mac. Dale of Suspense, another one of my favorites. Dr. Von Hood, another awesome guy. There's me, of course, and then there's Philtastic. You know I'm going to vote for myself because I'm just going to go screw it.
How dare you?
Yeah. Hey, you've got plenty of opportunities. I'm only nominated twice. You're nominated like 25 times.
No, my comment was to still only 35 cents. I'm going to unfriend him now.
Sorry, Bo, but Spidey got my vote with the Mad Mail course. Oh, okay. Thanks, Dave. It's probably because he sends me stuff quite often, so I'm usually unboxing stuff from him and shouting him out.
Well, he doesn't send me anything, so goodbye. I'm done with you, sir.
Away with you.
Away with you, yeah.
Tier 1 to 9.99 subs, best collaborative project. So realistically, you guys should be in this as well. But obviously, you
Yeah,
might not have
yeah, I
thought about
guess.
that as much. But like usually, collaborative project is generally like two people that have channels sometimes, or if they're actually like a channel full of people. But you guys have been a channel like with obviously a rotating roster over the years, but you've always
Well,
been
from
multiple
memory,
people.
I think people that are close to me voted for the Aussieverse interviewing Anna, the band, for this one. But obviously, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Aussieverse has done heaps and heaps of collabs, but
What's this? Omnibuses are far too expensive shipping.
$20, mate. What are you talking about?
Or you could just drive it over there.
Yeah.
So once again, yeah, Dollar Bid Bandits. I really got to check them out. Melanin and Manga again. So these three channels have gotten quite a few nominations, which is great to see. A lot of the smaller channels. I don't know how many subs Dollar Bin Bandits has, but good to see the smaller channels getting some votes in. Aurora Comics podcast again. Once again, I haven't really checked out any of their stuff yet, so I need to do that. Remy Q is my boy. Angel is awesome as well. And then the Council of Comics. Well, our boy Cliff. I love Cliff. Cliff is one of my favorite people as well. He's part of the Council of Comics and also C Bizzle. Another awesome thing. But I have to go with my boy Remy Q because he wouldn't be the only admin of my channel if I didn't love the guy. So yeah, Remy is definitely one of my one of the guys that keeps me going. That's for sure.
I can't remember who I voted for in this one, and the reason why is because I voted when it was pretty much like straight away. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I knew Cliff then.
Yeah, you might
but
not have known him.
But I'd heard of Remy Q. I definitely don't know the others, so it would have been one of those two.
That before America's Cup. All right, babe. Take it easy, bro. Hey, Claudia. See, I called her by her proper name today. I'll try and I'll probably still slip up a few times, but I'll try and keep it to Claudia.
I don't think she really minds.
Yeah, I know. It's all in fun. So, all right. So tier 1 to 9.99 subs, best speculation comic investing content. Now, I'm not a spec guy. I don't really watch a lot of spec content, if any at all. We do have a few of my favorite people in here. So obviously Aussieverse is in the mix here. Even though you don't do spec. No, we won't go there. Black Crown Comics I've heard of, but never really watched any of his stuff. Bleecker Street Comics, to slab or not to slab. I love Blake. Blake is an awesome guy. Another one of my favorites. Third Bird the Nerd. Know of him, but I've never really watched any of his stuff. And 22 Comics. 22 is with his alternate 10 show is absolutely fantastic. In this, I am actually going to vote for 22. I know you're going to hate me for this, but he does do a very good show. And realistically, you don't really do spec.
Hey, we did one speculation video with Norm. We did one with Norm from Fat Comics, and that was a very eye-opening interview. He gave a lot of knowledge there, and I'm starting to wonder why I'm even here.
Don't worry. I'll be getting there. I'll be getting there. Don't you worry.
In this next category, you mean?
Maybe. Tier 1 to 9.99 best ongoing series. I'm always trying to get my artist series into this, but nobody ever wants to vote for that because that's probably the series I've done the longest. Actually, I think I've pretty much done that almost since the start of my my channel. So Sorry, just quickly have a look at the chat. I was going to try and to Remy's Chainsaw Unboxing with a crossbow unboxing, but I couldn't quite get the logistics down. Ozzyverse shouldn't be in this category. Oh, I will leave that one alone. Are you typing that I've frozen again? Oh, no, that's up. Oh, shit. All right, I'm going back to this. This is less controversial. So FSC and Shell with Marcus.
That comment wasn't me trying to be funny. That's a legit thing. Everybody needs to know that. Unsub to whack.
FOC and Shell with Circumstances, Marcus. He's I've only had the chance to jump on once or twice because it's obviously usually when I'm at work. But it's great to always hang out on there. Kicking it with K-pop. As I said, I love Katie. She's awesome. Last Call, FOC from Ozzyverse. Another awesome show from the legend that is right below me. New Comic Book Day, Council of Comics. I'm not really a new Comic Book Day guy. I love me old stuff more. And then obviously the aforementioned show, Top 10 Alternatives from 22. Once again, this is a slightly hard one because I like the hangout type streams that you can sort of just jump on. Katie's doing a great job. Bo, Sharif, Big Mac, and Steve do an awesome job. Cliff and the boys do a great job, and so does 22. All right, screw it. There we go. We'll go that one just for you.
Yeah. There
we go.
I was planning to throw my computer, FYI, in like 3 seconds. So I'm glad I don't have to do that now.
That was the pity vote anyway, but where can we? What'd she say?
Oh, you could hear that. Okay, that was great. She says the computer is mine. You're not throwing shit.
I heard all I heard was shit.
Yeah.
Your response is that guy made me. Yeah, that was one of the like I've seen some. I've been following Whack Boys like Lee and Tyler for a long time. He's done some fucking crazy shit. He's done some hilarious shit, but that was absolutely one of my favorite ever funniest moments.
How is Whack Comics not in the comedy section?
They have been nominated previous years.
Well, I think it's a travesty that he hasn't won, but still unsubscribe.
Yeah. Hey, Kenny Bird. Hope you're doing well, brother. Yeah, I think that's quite a true statement too. Claudia is the best.
Well, without her, my thumbnails would be like this as well.
Yeah, that'd be worse than probably my original attempts. My original attempts were fucking horror. And that's when Simon came in and goes, I'm going to redo all your fucking thumbnails. And he did like 30 thumbnails in like 24 hours. And I just had to re-upload them all.
Oh, you're kidding. That is so nice of him. Wow.
It is. It is very, very nice of him. So down to up to the bigger channels now. This is always going to be a hard one for me because a lot of my favorite people are amongst these categories, but we'll see how we go. So we got tier 1,000 to 5,000 subs favorite channel. This one's yes and no. I don't know much about comic book canon, to be perfectly honest. Probably a channel I need to check out. Comic culture, I think that's Nick, I believe. I haven't really watched much of his stuff. Legion of Comics, Mark is my boy. Mon Comics, another fantastic channel. He hasn't been around as long, but he's an up and coming superstar as well. And Scotty Vaughan. Scotty Vaughan does an awesome job.
It's got to be Legion, right?
Yeah. Mark has done a lot for me, both on and off camera. He has done a couple of sub pushes for me, and I probably wouldn't be as far along as I am if he hadn't have done so. So yeah, Mark is the obvious choice there for me.
Oh, well, now I take
And
that
obviously
back
with
because
voting,
he's never done that for me. So now I'm going to unsubscribe to Legion.
shit. What's Lee saying now? This is the only year we haven't been nominated, and to be fair, we haven't posted much in all the year compared to every year before. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like they did go on like hiatus and did stuff very sporadically for a while.
And YouTube has
like,
been so much better for
it. Oh shit! Mark is amazing. So is Scotty and the rest. Hamilton even be the next to those names. Yeah, exactly. But no, you do a fantastic job. Mon Comics is another great channel to definitely check out. He does some awesome content. So,
YouTube sent me a letter and said I finally filth off.
This one's going to be a hard one. This is definitely a hard one. Tier 1,000, 5,000 subs, best unboxing video or series. Got my boy DJ Links, Rob Batstacks. Like this, like Rob is probably done as much for me as anybody else in this community. Rob is literally. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, it's amazing the way I think now compared to the way I thought when I voted what seems like months and months ago, because now I'd be stuck between two channels here easily.
Yeah, so whereas me, like, I'm stuck between 3 or 4.
Yeah. I don't know, Mon.
Like, you know.
Seems really nice in the chat, but I don't know Mon, and I don't know Comic Collector.
Yeah, well, obviously you know DJ, you know Rob. Comic Collector Geek, that's Alan. Alan is an absolute wealth of knowledge. He has got some absolute fucking fire books. Like he's got so many books and so many bangers and so much rarity and things. Like he's a big Golden Age guy as well. He's been on Only Slabs, I think, once or twice. But he's a phenomenal, a super nice guy, fantastic channel. He's definitely worth checking out for sure. Once again,
well, I didn't know DJ very. I don't know DJ at all. But I got to know him a little bit out of the Comics Curing Cancer, and he seems like a really nice guy, man. A really down to earth, nice guy. I was quite impressed with the person that I saw.
DJ. Yeah, DJ is he's another one of my favorites. Like as a person in and outside of YouTube as well. As I said, Rob's done so much for me. Comic Collector Geek Alan is fantastic as well. Brandon Mon Comics is great as well, and obviously the Simple Dude, Simple Simon. In this, it's very hard. Like it probably ends up coming down to probably either Rob or Simon. But I'd have to say in this particular one, and this is half of these I'm going half heart, half head. I'm actually going to go with Simon for this one, only because this is the only category that he is actually nominated in. And even though his simple unboxings is sort of a newer sort of thing, I'll at least give him one vote at least. So
fair enough.
Let's have a quick squiz. DJ wins the unboxing. Who else sets up 3 cameras just to unbox? You're poking. I know exactly where you're referring. I'm not going there. Friday night drinking.
Fuck you,
live votes favorite show on YouTube.
Fuck you, mate.
Being out, help me find someone. I think he's fun and fantastic. Yeah. I'm telling Rob. Thanks, Mike. I love you too. Don't worry. Rob will be getting votes. I can tell you that right now. All right. Tier 1,000 to 5,000, best collaborative project, 2+ hosts. Another very hard one. Obviously, you got At Week's End, Legion of Comics. Mark and usually Paul Cook, Sector 2815. Fantastic show once again, obviously full of spoilers if you want to know like how the latest movie went or the latest comic book read or, things like that. Fantastic show. In the Mix is always a good time with the 5 Illuminati boys. Awesome show. Jigs is another great one. New Comic Book Day pickups, even though, as I said, I'm not really a New Comic Book Day guy. Omni X-Men with John and Justin from No Good Comics. Another awesome channel. Both channels, should I say. But obviously a little bit focused only on X-Men, I suppose. So it's probably a little bit hard with that. And then...
Come on, it's got to be only slabs.
I'm not going to get up at 4:30 in the morning on a Sunday morning, regardless of the giveaways, whether I win or not. But I do it to support my boys, Rob and Chris.
Only slabs is 100%. Fantastic.
And as I said, yeah, great concept for a show. Fantastic show.
Yeah,
introduces new collectors to the community. You don't have to be a YouTube. Like Rob's had non-social media people, like people that are not on IG or YouTube or anything like that. They've literally just somehow somebody's recommended them, or they've found Rob somehow or something like that, and then have just asked, can I come on the show? And some of them have been some of the most fantastic shows too. So yeah, it's such a great concept and a great show. So, and obviously it's also hard for me because that week's end is usually when I'm at work. Same with Jigs and same with John and Justin. So, all right, let's move along. Once again, I don't do spec, but this one's not too bad. So tier 1000 to 5000 is best spec comic investing content. Comic Collector Geek, as I mentioned before, Alan. Alan is absolutely fantastic. Comic Gains is Princess, and I don't know the two boys' names, but I've known Princess for quite a while, ever since the auction days. House of Stein, I've never seen. Izzyverse NYC. He's dead to me. No, just joking. I love Izzy. And with this one, I'm actually going to go for Biggie. So Biggie's actually, he comes across like he doesn't know much, but Biggie is an absolute wealth of knowledge.
I only know Izzyverse.
Oh, there you go.
So I'd vote for House of Stein.
Just because it's a cool sounding name.
What category?
But not the best unboxings. Aussieverse shouldn't be in this category. Okay.
Is that a comment from like 20 minutes ago?
Yeah, quite possibly. 3 minutes ago. Don't you try come crawling back to Rob now after what you just did. Always trying to poke the bear, aren't you, Mike? No wonder you like certain drama channels.
Yeah, I've noticed that actually.
Tier 1000 to 5000 best ongoing series, recurring series, minimum 12 episodes. Comic Book Addicts, Scotty Vaughan, another fantastic show. Unfortunately, I generally have to watch the rewind, but he gets guests on. Great interview style show. That's always fantastic. Izzyverse with the comic book weekly pull list. Monday special Comic Collector Geek. Only slabs at Rob Fat Stacks, and upcoming comics with Comic Culture. Once again,
only slabs.
And this is where I'm talking about partly voting with my head and my heart, because realistically, you're going to end up voting. Like, really, you should be voting for people not based on always your friendship and, the people that you know the best, but what you're actually watching all the time. Like, I watch Only Slabs every single week.
Absolutely. 100% agree with you.
I've watched Scotty's quite often as well, but it's always on the replay. I don't catch every episode, but I have seen quite a few. Izzy, it's not really my show because, as I said, it's more of a New Comic Book Day thing. Ellen's show is fantastic, but I've only watched it on the replay a little bit. And I don't really watch Comic Culture, so it's a fairly easy choice actually for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Now, this one is literally going to be just pick one because I don't watch a lot of big channels. I try and stick to mainly the small guys. And
I've only heard of one, but I don't know.
Yeah,
any of them.
That's the thing too. It's like some of them I have heard of, but some of them I don't necessarily watch. So
Yeah.
tier 5,000 plus subs favorite channel, Comic Book Corner 2.0 before this finalist voting. Like, or when I've had a quick look, obviously, before, and when Brian did the show to release all the, the finalists, I'd never heard of them before. I don't know what kind of content they do. Journos, I know, is another one of those sort of controversial / drama type people, which I'm staying away from. I know Lunch Money Comics is apparently a very super nice guy. I've only caught a little bit of his channel. I know Dave from Still Only 35 Cents. He loves Lunch Money.
I have heard of Lunch Money, actually.
Yeah, Pop Culture Philosophers, Robbie. Once again, I know who he is. I don't watch his show. So I'm actually going to go for Trev. Trev is one of the guys that was another one of the COVID boomers that he started doing a lot of shorts and obviously got a lot of subs out of doing shorts. But he is still he is a great community supporter. Like, he will always highlight people's channels. He will be a mod in nearly every chat you'll see. He'll be dropping links and all that sort of stuff. So Trev is a super, super awesome guy. And he AOK'd something to me on the C3 sort of thing as well. So it just shows what a super nice guy Trev is. So, all right. So tier 5,001 subs plus best unboxing video. Once again, Comic Book Corner. Don't know anything about him. Gem Mint. If you don't know Gem Mint, well, I don't know where the fuck you've been. Lunch Money Comics. Once again, Trev and Very Gary. I know who Very Gary is. Never watched any of his content. If I'm going to watch a big channel, I'll watch somebody between 5 and 10,000 subs, possibly, or unless a thumbnail just gets me. But yeah, it's not something that I'm going to go out of my way to go and watch somebody with 160,000 subs or anything like that. So once again, I'm going to go with Trev because Trevor's what I know, and Trevor's an awesome guy and he deserves it. So
fair enough.
All right. Let's just check in the chat. What's this? So Comic Book Corner 2 was one of my first YouTube comic channels I saw. Mike the Spider Slayer. Well, I like the name. Mike the Spider Slayer. That's pretty cool. What the fuck? My channel wouldn't exist without Lunch Money, one of the nicest guys in our hobby and willing to help anybody. Oh, nice. I'll tell him to sub me up and do me a shout out. I might reach that fucking 700 subscribers finally. Give away this goddamn giveaway. Anyway, I digress. All right. So tier 5,001 subs, best collaborative project. This is going to be an interesting one too. So back issues, Comic Pop. Comic Pop I know is a ginormous channel. Don't watch them. Monthly comic book review. Once again, Robbie, Pop Culture Philosophers, don't watch. I did used to watch Pressable Defects quite a bit. I actually enjoyed the chemistry between all the boys. Thought it was actually quite a good show, but obviously not sort of too much anymore. Trev and Mike, Evil's Comics. Mike is one of the OG guys. When I started, he was starting around the same sort of time. Super nice guy, and he does very good comic book reviews as well. If you're into comic book reviews, he's not doing as many as what he used to, but yeah, he still was very good for that. And the Hot 10 Comic Tom and Gem Mint. I don't think Gem Mint's even part of that anymore, from what I hear. So, and this is the thing. Like most of the 5,000 plus, the only one that I ever watch or support or supported me is always Trev. So that's the way I'm going to go. So it's going to get a bit monotonous with that, but it's the way we go.
Fair enough.
All right. I do appreciate it, Brandon, but yeah, I don't edit. I don't have computer skills. Everything's off the cuff. Nothing's rehearsed. But I still love doing it, and that's the main thing. Meeting new people, getting new friends and stuff like that, new contacts, and just having fun with it, and just meeting all. I wouldn't have known Bo, if I never done this sort of stuff. So
I
it might have
think
eventually
I think
happened, but
I think another way to look at it as well is, would you rather have the 600 and whatever good, positive people that are sub to you, or would you rather have over 1,000?
10,000
Um,
10,000 trolls.
well, no, I was going to say over 1,000, probably people that don't get out of their basement that watch whack comics. You want you want the good part of the comic book community. Just remember, everybody, unsub to Whack Comics. He supports child trafficking.
You do know you are a mod. You can actually time him out if you want to.
Excellent.
I should have said that.
How do I do that? Oh wait, I got to do it on my phone, don't I?
Oh god, no, don't do that. I love Lee. He's an acquired taste, but he's a great guy.
Oh, I can block him.
Oh no, don't do that. Exactly. There's something to be said about having bigger numbers, but maybe not the best interactions with those thousands of subs. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I've always said, like I enjoy getting new subs, whether it's a big jump or or just a one sub jump every now and again. But I still want to know that I still want to get subs because I want to know I'm doing something that's, whether it's doing something right, doing something that's entertaining, doing something that somebody would want to watch. Like, yeah, obviously my channel
that's
is
what YouTube
for me.
Studios for, though.
In regards to what you mean?
Finding out what
analytics
people,
stuff.
yeah, finding out what people are liking.
But when you get the average views of 20 to 50 views on every video, then that's harder to tell. So, what have you lost?
Yeah, all right, but it's still it's a bit of a pain in the ass. But sorry, my battery's dying, so I'm trying to plug it in. But it is a really good tool.
Yeah, I do look at the analytics, and you sort of go, oh, maybe if I release this video at this time instead of the normal time that I would normally do it, and just things like that. And I've chipped and changed that around and tried it, but it doesn't necessarily work for me. So I'm just one of those ones. I'm going to be like, and I know John's Comics with Kids actually coined the phrase a snail channel. So it's just going to slowly just tick away and get there eventually. Like, obviously, when you usually do a giveaway, they usually boost up your numbers pretty quick. Obviously, in this case, it
I don't
did at the
find
start,
that to be true.
and then it dies off. Oh, yeah, usually, excuse me. Usually, because I've done, I think I did one at 200, 300. No, I did one at.
We did a giveaway. Sorry, there's a delay, so I keep talking over you.
Sorry.
We did a custom book as a giveaway, and it was a hardcover that you don't see that often. So to get a custom version of it, we thought would be quite attractive offer, and all people entered it.
Maybe that was a bit too obscure.
Well, no, not for our channel, because our channel's all about collected editions.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, a lot of people will sub for generally two reasons. One is usually, obviously, they love the content. And two, it's literally just a support thing. Like, it's like, oh, Mad Spidey shouted out Aussieverse. I love Mad Spidey. I'm gonna go and sub to Aussieverse. Like,
no, I think every single one of our subs is because they are the adoring fans that love us and worship us. So you're wrong.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Asshole. I had a big giveaway a few months ago. Framed art, great books, a slab, and out of my 1700s, I had 16 inches.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like generally, it worked for me when I was a smaller channel.
I'm gonna go check out Mon right now.
So
because I never heard of you.
So when I'm pretty sure I did one. I did one at I think 200, and then one at 400. I think it was. I only subbed Aussie Verse because Mad Spidey told me. Yeah, so I've done 2 or 3 giveaways, and I generally did like a road 2 type, like what I'm doing now. And it literally, like, I got there within like a couple of weeks, to what I actually wanted to do. Whereas this time I've done the giveaway video was done about a month ago, and I'm still 30 subs away. So, but it's all good. Thanks, mate. Got to go watch some of your Omni reviews to see what I should buy, as I wanted to get into them as opposed to completing runs. Oh, nice.
You know what? In all seriousness, we've got to do a lot more Omni reviews, because it's really just us talking about them when we buy them. It's not actual reviews per se.
Yeah,
and the reason why is because I can't work out how to do the whole phone camera as I flipped it. And it should be so easy, but you want to talk about computer illiterate.
Yeah, it's not the easiest way to do it is literally just set up your phone like you're jumping into a live stream. So just click the link in your phone and just add it as an extra person.
I'm going to have to start doing it because it's such wasted content. I've got hundreds of Omnis here, and every single one of them can be a video.
Yeah, exactly. So, but no, it's food for thought. So
yeah.
All right. So let's go on to the next one. So tier 5001 plus best speculation comic book investing. Even at this level, I definitely 100% never watch speculation videos. This is purely just on name alone. Automatic Comics I've heard of, never watched. Comic Tom, obviously watched at some point. Economics and Comics I've never watched, but I've heard of them. Journos I know, and Swaggle House I know.
I really like the name Economics in Comics.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful too.
Oh no, I like it. Economics in Comics. I don't know. Something's attractive for that title.
It's like the joke I said to Neville about trying to say influences 10 times fast when you're drunk. It's a bit the same. Trying to say economics in comics like 10 times fast when you're drunk would be a mouthful. I think once you get to the 3rd or the 4th time, it'd be a bit of a mouthful. But purely on, like, and I've always said this, I don't watch Comic Tom. Yes, I have watched a video here or there.
Yeah, same.
Due to the Sticky Goose interview, I have got a new level of respect for him.
And you know what? That is so true. I never watched him either. In fact, if I may be so blunt, he actually kind of annoyed me in the past when I watched him.
He's very hyper, like full hyper. He's too
talk
much
about the pot calling. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black. Like, I find him a bit, and like, look at the way I am. So you'd think I'd like it, but anyway, after that show, mad respect, man.
Yeah. No, definitely. So yeah, I normally wouldn't vote for Comic Tom because one of the big boys, don't really care about the big boys. I prefer to support the smaller channels. I did try and start watching Swaggle House, not for the spec stuff, but just his general stuff. But I don't like too much analytics. He's very analytical, like with his graphs and shit and all that sort of stuff. I just couldn't do it. So I'll stick with Comic Tom for that one. So
I don't like the name Swaggle House because it reminds me of that midget wrestler that the WWE had for ages.
Hornswoggle, yes, I do. I do actually remember.
Every time I read that name, I think of Hornswoggle.
Yeah. Oh, he was funny. I don't watch wrestling. I'm not admitting to that.
Nothing wrong with
yeah,
it, mate. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I know. I just like poking fun.
I freaking love it.
Tier 5001 best ongoing series. Comic Historian, I know, is a very, very large channel. Never watched them. Hot Book
really?
Alert Live. What, Comic Historian?
Yeah, man. I used to love Comic Historian, man. In fact, it was one of the first YouTube channels I ever about comics that I would watch religiously.
Aren't they one of those ones that's got like 1 million subs or something?
Something like that, yeah. But he had like 4 or 5 channels because he broke them up. But the one that I was always the 2 shows that I was always a fan of and would watch every week is the ones where he's basically reading the comics to you, and he'd do the voices. Like, that's just brilliant. No one else is doing that. Well, maybe someone is, but not that I've seen. And the other one was him and Comic Pop together every week would just talk about the latest comic book news.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's the thing. Like my introduction to YouTube comic stuff was actually Simon. Like he literally, I never used to watch it at all. Like I used to have a YouTube account, but never used to use it really. I'd watch like an occasional movie trailer or something like that. But until I sort of reconnected my friendship with Simon when I bumped into him one day and I went, "Hey, I know you." And yeah, that's right, graphs and shit. I didn't really know much about it. And then Simon's like, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll check out Simon's channel. And then, like I actually knew like about Simon and Metarog and Super Russ and, people like that before I knew about Comic Tom and Gem Mint and all those sort of guys. So I actually went the opposite way. I started with the smaller channels and then worked my way up to the bigger channels. I went, fuck it, I'm going back to the smaller channels.
I ever knew was Comic Historian, Comic Historian. Oh, what's the other one? The guy that talks about all the history of comics. I've gone blank. Anyway,
is that
I only knew those two.
Pop or
no? Rob from the big dude with a really cool voice. Oh God, I've gone blank. I can't believe it.
It's not the one in the. Hang on, where is it? Where's the in the bottom? Oh no, it's Comic Historian. I thought there was a somebody in the what's the name?
There's a guy that when he's talking about the comics, he gives you like these really in-depth facts and it's just brilliant. He's really, really good.
Oh yeah, I was going to say if CJ was around, actually, he's pretty knowledgeable about that sort of stuff. But like, I don't even want to engage in drama. Like Spider said, too much of that in regular life. But I feel what Tom did help take away are the chances of Goose going after smaller channels. Yeah, and that's like, and I'll say it. I'll just stay away from the drama channels. Obviously, one recently has tried to pull me in, whether you know or not. And I know, like, even Mark from Legion of Comics said to me, you either play or you opt out. I will opt out every single time. If they go after me personally, then I'll probably end up doing what a certain person did to Sticky Goose. And I'll report them because this stuff's supposed to be for fun. I'm not going to go after anybody. I never will. Like, we all have fun. Like, Bo and I will rib each other and have fun and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we're good mates. We're just having a bit of fun. And I don't mind that sort of stuff. But if somebody attacks me personally, then I'm going to fucking go on and I'll make sure I will destroy them. But if they're going to just attack my content, I don't care. They can do that. That's fine.
Yeah. So unsub to Whack Comics. The one I was thinking about was Comics Explained.
That's the one. Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's the guy. Yeah. Comics Explained and Comic Historian. I used to watch them religiously.
Comic Tropes is another big one that a lot of people started on as well. Look at this guy, freaky motherfucking Louie in the house. Hope you're doing well, my ASM brother. Yeah, I'll opt out too. I stand on the same hill with you. The recent drama queen is doing not too cool in my opinion yet. Not a great looking, yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I'm here to do it fun, make friends, all that sort of stuff, and just just show some awesome stuff that I love and watch some people, you know, show some awesome stuff as well. So at the end of the day, that's what I'm all about. All right. So yeah, this one's going to be a pin the tail on the donkey pretty much. I've never even heard of Mercionaut or however you fucking pronounce it. Never
Give
even
it a
heard of
comic
him.
story.
Lunch Money Comics, Pop Culture Philosophers cover. As I said, like everybody's raving about Lunch Money Comics, so I'm actually going to give him one. I've never watched any of those channels, so I reckon the next ones are all going to be a lot harder. This one I'm torn. Biggest channel supporter, Blue Range fan or overall supporter, non-creator. Definitely going to be my hardest one because it comes down to two people. Two Gun Pedro, I've never even heard of. Until these finalist votings. Yeah.
That sounds like character out of Young Guns.
Yeah, it does. Maybe I should start playing Blaze of Glory or something and he might appear. But yeah, never ever heard of him. So I don't know who he supports or whatever. Because obviously some Blue Wrenches have their favorites. Christina is only just Christina has only just recently found my channel in the last probably I'd say 6 to 12 months. But she's an absolute
she's so nice.
Fucking godsend. She is. She's a lovely. Well, she's even jumped on Spidey's Outback as well.
Yeah. Oh, has she?
Yeah, she's actually jumped on once or twice as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, well, you gotta vote for Christine, man.
Yeah. So Christina, yeah, absolute godsend. One of the super mods out there in the community. She tries to support as many people as she can. But in saying that, there's Lascrucius. Lascrucius has been with me for years. He comments on every video. He comments on every live stream. Whether he's there or not for every live stream is whether his sweatshop of a million computers is still going at the time. I don't know.
I know.
But he is everywhere. He is literally everywhere. Michael Baker, I know of him.
He's not on
I don't even know if he's. I don't know whether he's subbed to me or not, but I have seen him in some. Like I know he's in 22's shows quite a bit, but I don't know whether he's subbed. I've never seen him comment on any of my videos, so I don't know. Tina, I've heard of. I have a feeling she supports more of the bigger guys than the smaller guys, but she has never commented on any of my videos. Never seen her in any of my live streams. So it's literally a two horse race between Christina and Lascrucius. I'd say for interactivity, I'd say Christina is my girl. I love Lascrucius. He does comment on everything. But I think it's more the fact that he might comment on everything and then leave. So I think that's probably, whether it's Christina, she'll hang around for nearly the whole live stream or at least pop in and out, drop people's links, all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, Christina is fantastic. You'd love Lunch Money Comics. Okay, cool. I'll have to check out some of his stuff for sure. All right, this is the goof, obviously. The funnest category of the lot.
I'm going for this one next year.
You're going to try growing more of a fuller beard, or you're going to try and like style it somehow?
No, I'm just going to keep growing it, mate. Because this, I don't know. I'm trying to get a big thing going, but I don't think it's going further. But this can keep going.
Yeah, well, you had it a lot longer at one stage too. So maybe you should start like twirling your mustache up a bit like Rob or something, or you know, go some big mutton chops like Wolverine or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But this one's a fun one. Yeah, so favorite community: hands, mustache, facial hair, or hair. Comic journey for his hands. Well, we all know that's all he is. He's just hands.
E-Man's got great hair.
E-Man's good. He's got obviously the facial hair and the long hair. I actually voted for E-Man in the nominations because I know he was campaigning for it. So I went, I'll give him a nomination at least. K-pop
Yeah.
for her lovely long Rapunzel type hair. I swear that stuff hits the floor. It's that long. Obviously, Rob Fatstacks has got the trademark, twirly mustachy thingy bob. And Sheena from Melanin and Manga, who has fantastic hair as well. But I do know it's pretty much, 2 or 3 horse race, but I'm actually going to go for Katie.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to go for E-Man as well. I know he's campaigning for it, but
no, I thought you'd go for Rob.
Nah, Rob. And this one's Rob's sort of like, whatever. He gets nominated every year. But yeah, I'll give it to Katie for this one. So, all right, let's go and just have a quick look at the chat. Christina's everywhere and super supportive. Yeah, she is. Tina rules. Yeah.
Hey, Lee, are you still there?
As I said, Louis, I don't know whether she probably doesn't even know who the fuck I am. I've never seen her comment on any video, never seen her in any of my live streams, nothing. So I reckon if she supports you, then you're one of the lucky ones, Louis, because I have seen her in chats, but it's like Reggie's chat or when Reggie was doing sort of stuff. She only supports big channels as far as I was aware. So, what's this thing doing now? What's this? I can't wait to see who wins these fun ones. Yeah, exactly. All right. Favorite community artist, another very hard one. Amateur artists who have not been professionally published. 23 Munch, I know he's a great artist, but haven't really seen much of his stuff. A comic book worm, Naaman. Naaman is a fantastic artist. Geek Out with Roscoe. Roscoe's my boy. I did vote for him last year, and he actually won last year, from what I remember. Izzyverse, another fantastic artist. Did a lot for C3 this year, which was greatly appreciated. And another great artist, Fantastic Comics and Art. But I'm actually going to be slightly influenced on this particular one. I would normally just stick with Roscoe, but I'm actually going to vote for Naaman. Because I know CJ is doing a big push for Naaman. Obviously, Naaman has had some health problems lately. He actually had a stroke that severely affected him. He's trying to get back into the swing of things and trying to get back to sort of normal. He's done a little bit of content. He's tried to get back to his drawing and things like that. He is a phenomenal artist. But yeah, I want to try and help out Nam and like get there, because I think he would appreciate actually winning it. So, what's this? Went with Katie and Magnificent Hair. I went CJ. I actually voted for CJ last year. He was like, I don't want to win this shit. I don't want to be known for best hands. So I said, well, fuck you. I won't vote for you anymore. And he's like, yeah, good. I'm like, okay. So I didn't bother.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. Best comic book review, a channel that consistently reviews comic books. I don't really watch review stuff too much. I would rather watch a review than a spec video. But I have watched a little bit more reviews than I have that. Comic Culture, don't watch. Comic Pop Returns, don't watch. Any indie comics and reviews, I have watched his live stream that he does with Marcus. That's actually a really good show. Poke and Joe, another awesome guy, and Pop Culture Philosophers.
Who's
I did not watch. That's Naaman. Because he's a comic bookworm is his actual channel name.
Oh,
so we just CJ pretty much coined him the worm, so we just stick with that now.
Okay.
So this one would be between indie comics and reviews and Poke and Joe. I'd probably watch out of this. The most I'd probably watch of anybody's channel is Poke and Joe, so I will vote for Joe. I think I did last year as well in that category. All right. This one's not even a competition. Best statue or toy review, unboxing. Channel consistently reviews unboxes statue or toys. Fish Cat Collectibles. Chad, amazing guy. He's got an amazing collection. consistently reviews and unboxes statues. Gem Mint, whatever. Go figure reviews. Never ever heard of them, but would love to check them out. Obviously, me and Triple G has been doing a lot. He does a lot of hot toys and things like that, but another fantastic channel, super nice guy. I started the hashtag Mad Spidey over Gem Mint 2 years ago when this category, because this is the 4th year this has been going, and they added this category in the 2nd year. So it's been me versus Gem Mint for every single year, and I never win because all you need is 1% of Gem Mint's subscribers to vote for him, and then you're already screwed.
He's got 160,000 subs, bro. Like,
exactly. Like I've said to, and if you ever watch this, if you're listening, Brian, I have said this to you multiple times. You need to, this and the omnibus needs to be split.
Yeah.
That doesn't have to be split into 3 tiers. Just go 5,000 up, 5,000 down. Because
the next one
going to compete.
Yeah, it's the same with the next one as well, mate. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't want to skip. I don't want to skip past this one, but just quickly, do you know, like, if Aussieverse won over near mint condition or gem mint collectibles, I'd feel like I could just like retire. You know, like I've done it. You know, but there's just no way in hell. No way in hell.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
God damn it, Brian.
I remember last year, I had Mark from Legion of Comics was campaigning for me. Remy did videos and was campaigning for me. I had a few guys actually physically campaigning on live streams and videos and shorts, all that sort of stuff. It still didn't do any good. So, yeah, that's right. Mad Spidey over Gem Mint. And this year is going to be the same. And I said to Brian, I said, mate, if you're not going to change it to at least 2 tiers, just call it the fucking Gem Mint Award, because nobody is ever going to win it unless they're at that level. If there's another channel that does it, that's 100-something thousand subs, they might have a chance, but nobody's going to fucking win it.
Who's won the omnibus one every year?
Gem Mint.
Oh, get fucked.
Yeah, exactly. So there's only been 3,000 Gems fans actually voting. I don't know, but like most people are just going to be like, oh, Gem Mint statues. Oh, Gem Mint omnibus. Like,
yeah.
Does he do that, man? I do a statue every single week, pretty much, and I have been doing it since the start of my channel.
Every time I watch Gem Mint these days, it's all game streaming and his live chat.
If he's going to understand that the vote should be explosive. Yeah, and that's the thing. But that's the thing, like, people that I know are voting for him. You know, I'm not saying don't support me. I'm saying support the little guys. Let one of the little guys fucking win for once.
Yeah, but I think, Mon, I hate to disagree with you, but I think that comment's inaccurate, because the problem with these awards is because they're new still, it's going to take like 10 years, let's say, for argument's sake, for a wider community to vote. The Gem Mint might have 160k subs, but I guarantee you there's probably 100,000 subs, or again, argument's sake, that just goes, oh, I'm not going to vote for that shitty thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, until it becomes more popular and a bit more even, I don't think it actually matters necessarily about how many subs you've got. I think it's name recognition.
Yeah.
I think it's the name recognition that kills it.
Yeah. And that's like, I've heard a few channels talk about like legacy. It's like, okay, Gem Mint is known for statues and he's known for omnibus and things like that. And even if he doesn't do it anymore, people are just going to vote for him on recognition and legacy alone, regardless of whether he still does it or not. So it's hard. And like I literally said, if I ever, for some, like what you said about the omnibus, if I ever fucking won it, I would never talk about that stupid award ever again. I would never campaign. I would probably campaign for somebody else because I just want to win it once and be done with it. But I know it's a David and Goliath and it's never going to fucking happen.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. So anyway, who are you voting for?
Yeah, exactly. That's an easy choice. All right. This one's also an easy choice. Best Omnibus review, channel that consistently reviews Omnibus. Aussieverse, Gem Mint, whatever. I do love John and I do love Justin. John's Comics and Kids are no good comics. They do a fantastic job, but once again, it's only X-Men that they do, but it is a fantastic show. Near Me in Condition, another one of the real big boys that I have actually watched some of his stuff, and obviously he's been on Aussieverse quite a few times as well. And Comic Book Report, never heard of him. Let's try and get the small guy up there. Let's try and get the Aussieverse boys to win this fucking thing and do the David and Goliath. So.
I actually love Near Mint Condition. Like I like.
I actually voted for him last year.
I watch that channel so freaking much, but it's because I'm a collected editions guy, and that's what his channel is.
Yeah, and I remember last year that even though I knew you guys, especially you collected editions, I think I voted for you in the nomination process, but then when it came to the finalists, you weren't a finalist. But Near Me in Condition was, and I did the finalist voting live last year, and I said, I know Near Me in Condition through the Aussieverse. I said, so I'll vote for him in the finalists. A lot of people in the chat go, I never even heard of him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hasn't he got something like 50,000 subs or something like that? Like he's a big boy channel.
He's got over 100. And, now that I know, because I never would have thought in a million years that Aussieverse would be in the finalists for anything, right? And now that I've seen that it can happen, next year I'm calling up Val Morgan and I'm getting an ad put in the cinemas. I'm getting skyscraper advertisements. I'm just going to have, like in The Simpsons, Gabbo, Gabbo, Gabbo. Everyone's like, what's Gabbo? I'm just going to put the Aussieverse logo everywhere across Melbourne. And everyone's going to be like, what's Aussieverse? And they're going to have to Google it. Then all of a sudden, boom, King of Australia, boy.
You get a QR code and put it on the banners.
Yeah, exactly right.
So, all right. So, so Aussieverse for this. Support the little guy. Get them up there. All right. Best cleaning, pressing, or comic restoration content. Channel that demonstrates cleaning, pressing, or restoration techniques. Comic Cap Collectibles. That's Rich. Rich is an awesome guy. He always hangs out on Outback for a while. Love that guy. Immaculate Comics, heard of, never watched. Jerry the Jitterbug is the mad genius, the mad scientist. Fantastic channel to watch. Purely on, even if you think cleaning and pressing is boring, watching Jerry makes it interesting and fun and freaking lunacy. It is absolutely, I love Jerry's channel. He's got a great channel. Liberty Hill Comics, never heard of. Spine Ticks Pressing, I will go nowhere near Spine Ticks, but well, that's another story for another day.
Want to clean a comic? Chuck it in some water.
Yeah, that's it. It'd be a 2-horse race between Jerry and Comic Cap Collectibles, but Jerry is the man. He pretty much wins it nearly every year, and so he should, because he is definitely one of the best in that category. All right. Just quickly check in. No more comments there, so that's fine. All right. Best community hangout live stream. Stream that supports community involvement on stream or in chat. Some of these I actually disagree with. I'm not trying to be controversial, but I will state my case. Bags, Boarding, and BS, Trev the Shipping Guru. Yes, that is a hangout stream. Trevor's an awesome guy. I think I've only been on it once because I think it's on an odd time where it's very hard for me to be on.
How are you not in this category?
I'll get to that too. Comic Book Church, legit. Blake. Yeah, I know. And how is CJ not in it too?
Well, I don't watch his stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah. Comic Book Church, Blake Australia. I love Blake, but that's on it. Like for us, it's like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning on a Monday morning. So I've never been able to watch it, never been able to be a part of it. It's just a very hard time for Australians. So unfortunately, it's a bit hard. Kicking it with K-pop. I love Katie to death. She, as I said, she's one of my favorite people. I don't see Katie's stream as a hangout stream. Katie is an interview stream, an interview show.
Yeah.
It is not a hangout live stream. Yes, she interacts with the chat, but it is not a hangout show. So I think that one's actually wrong.
You know what annoys me about K-pop? You know what annoys me about K-pop's channel? Same with Cliff. People that I genuinely really, really love. But you go to their channel and it's upcoming. It's like, can I just get to the latest video? Like, why is there so many upcomings?
Because they're well prepared, unlike us. They just go, oh, I'm gonna come home from work and I'm gonna do this tonight. That's literally how I do it.
Is it well prepared, or is it just like spamming your own channel? You only need the next show upcoming, not like the next 10.
Yeah. I got no idea. I think with maybe with like Katie's, because kicking it with K-pop is usually interviewing artists or Kickstarter people and stuff like that, and people might want to look through the list and go, oh, she's interviewing that person, oh, she's interviewing that person. You see, like Only Slabs, like Rob does the same thing. Rob will probably do 4 or 5 scheduled, but it's good to say, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that one, I'm looking forward to that one. So it's I can see where you're coming from, but I can see why they do it too. So
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Insomniac and Outback, big miss here. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Vogsy.
Hey, Vogs.
We'll go make read. What time is it? Yeah, it's 9:22 p.m. On a Friday.
Yeah, can you hurry up? I want to smoke.
Oh. All right, I'm getting there. So Legion Lair, obviously Mark's my boy, and Rock and Robbie. I've never watched it, but from what I understand, he's got the same people on every single week or every single time he does these live streams. So I wouldn't really necessarily call it a hangout stream. To me is anybody jumps in, or it's not a rotating roster, but it's, you don't know who's going to rock up. You know, it is a hangout stream. People can be invited left, right, and center. That to me is a hangout stream. So Mark, 100%.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be Legion, but it's, and I'm not saying it just because I'm on your show and we're mates, but I'm being legit. It's, to me, it's criminal that you're not in this, you know, not just for doing the community hangouts, but the length of time that you spend doing them. It's quite an effort, man.
Yeah, well, as I said, I think the longest one I ever did was that New Year's Eve one where I actually went for a full 12 hours.
Oh my God, that is insane.
Just so I could do Happy New Year on my stream.
That is insane.
That's it. That's what.
How much crack were you using during it?
Oh, I was just mainstreaming anything I could get my hands on. Freaking cigarettes, coffee, chocolate, soft drink, fucking anything I could, buddy.
I thought you misunderstood what I just said at the start of what you were saying. I just got whatever I could get my hands on.
And that's why I kept going. Brandon, all Aussie show is something I've been trying to do with the gang for a while. Yeah, well, we won't go there.
What do you mean? That's easy. That's easy to do. I don't know why.
Yeah, but we wanted to try and, oh yeah, because we were trying to do the one with Katie, of course.
Yeah, no, Mon, let's do it. Dave, let's do it. It's easy as, and if it's not, then just don't have it with these people.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And that's what we've been trying to do with K-pop, Brandon. We've literally all us Aussie guys trying to do a show with Katie and calling it, what was it, like Katie Down Under or Katie Invading Down Under or something like that. Well, and we tried to do it. We had the one time we were going to do it, but then she had the bloody house got flooded or something. So
Yeah, that's right. Well, like I said earlier as well, we never really do live hangouts, but next Friday we are. So at 7, so what, 2.5 hours before right now, anybody else that wants to join next Friday, come on Aussieverse, even if I've never spoken to you before. Enough plug-in, sorry.
There we go. Back to the loving. Best editing demonstrates video, audio, and or voiceover skills. I'm actually surprised not to say Simon in this because he actually is quite good.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, he's not necessarily the big showy fancy editor, but he does everything is very well edited and scripted. He does a lot of voiceover stuff with his vlogs and things like that as well. So
Simon's fantastic. He's really doing well, man.
He like me putting a video together takes me 5 to 10 minutes. Him putting a video together takes him about 5 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
So I do not have that kind of patience. I wish I did, and I wish I had the skills, but I do not have that kind of patience.
Yeah, 100%.
So
I
comic
hate
tropes.
that I'm so like you.
Comic tropes, ginormous channel, never watch. DJ Links is my boy. E-Man's my boy. Izzy versus my boy. Cancel Perry Comics. No, I'm just joking. Perry is a shorts guy, so I wouldn't really necessarily put him in this. For me, it's really a 2-horse race between DJ and E-Man. E-Man doesn't do enough content, unfortunately.
I noticed that.
He has reasons behind that, but I won't get into that because that's his personal stuff. So I know DJ's campaigning a little bit for it, and he is my boy, so I'll definitely vote for DJ in that. All right, this one is another no contest. 100% new. As soon as I got on, what I'll be voting for: best new channel that started creating comic related content after August 2023. 9-panel grid, never heard of. Lettuce Comics, I have heard of. I never really watched any of his stuff, unfortunately. Aurora Comics Podcast, another new up-and-coming channel. Swagda, I know he's friends with Beckerman and Marcus from Circumstances. But there's only one choice in this case, and it is my boy, Dave.
I only know Dave.
Yeah. Still only 35 cents. I am still and will always take credit for a tiny bit of Dave's rise to fame because I was the one who introduced him to the YouTube community. He was on my live stream, was the first one he ever went on, even though he got trial by fire because CJ was doing one of his driving rants, which we all laugh about now.
I think the whole country is Dave owes a thank you to, because we allow you to live here and plug in your computer and do your streaming, and now you're taking over the Australian channels. So, mate, just get in your back seat, all right? Give us some love. Stop making such good content.
But no, I will definitely take a little bit, even if it's only 1% credit, but I'll definitely take credit for bringing Dave to the masses. And then he did the rest. So, but no, Dave's definitely my vote there. Best unknown channel under 100 subscribers at the opening of the nomination period. 9-panel grid, as I said, never heard of. Beck Neptune, never heard of. Hall Comics, never heard of. The Blurred Library, never heard of. And Aurora Comics Pass, never heard of. So this one's like, I'll choose that one.
I think I chose Hell Yeah Comics just because it reminded me of Stone Cold.
I was going to say Hall Yeah Comics because I think he collaborates with a couple of people now that I think I follow. So, yeah, for any other reason but that, I'll go for him. All right. Just quick check in with the chat. That's his Simon sucks. DJ is so throaty for this one. Oh, thirsty. Oh, I reckon throaty sounded better. Nate at Hall Yeah. So Dave, maybe that's where I knew Hall Yeah from, is through Dave, maybe. So Awesome.
If that last person wins the next one, I'm doing something.
And it's funny actually going back to the best new channel. I was actually nominated for best new channel. I was actually over the deadline because they always put a date from when you start your channel, obviously. I was over by a couple of months. Like I was actually doing it a couple of months longer. But I still got nominated in there and they let me stay in there. The thing that pissed me off the most was out of the 5 channels, including myself and 3 of the other people, we were all under like 300 or 400 subs. There was one channel that was at like 900 subs for best new channel. So all under a year. And they ended up winning. But they had not done content for about a month or 2 months in the nomination period and never did. And they closed down their channel and never did anything since. And they were the ends up one that won. I'm like, that is absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
How has Aurora? But yeah, this doesn't make sense.
And that's what I mean. Like, I don't know, something funny's going on. I think they only have like 100 and something subs. So I got no idea. Hey, Rich. Hope you're doing well, brother. Some people going on, they're getting noms votes. Probably won't excuse somewhat. I don't know. It does. Yeah, like something's a little bit screwy with that. But anyway. All right. Most comedic content creator. All sorts of words. I heard he's very funny. I've never actually seen any of his stuff, but I know people rave about him. Comic journey, I wouldn't necessarily call it funny. I love the guy, but I wouldn't necessarily call him as funny.
I was wondering why he was in this.
Yeah. Pop culture philosophers, I don't find him funny at all. Like, I think he's one of those guys that he actually thinks he's funny, but he's not. He might be, correct me if I'm wrong, but from the little I've seen of him, he's not funny. Dickie Juice Comics, he's not funny.
That was great. I love that.
It is my boy, Freaky motherfucking Louis. If you haven't voted for Louis, this guy gets nominated every single year for this category. He is criminally undersub. Like, the dude has been doing YouTube longer than me, and he's still like in the 500s. He should be in 1,000 or more. He is criminally undersubbed. Go and vote for Louis. Louis deserves it. At least 1 year. Please, please, please vote for fucking Louis, for God's sake. If you haven't voted already, obviously. So, end of rant. All right, another hard one. Comic Book Community Builder Award, creator that promotes, supports the community and its members. Gary B, the casual comic guy. Gary B is the godfather of #GrowTogether movement, but I don't see that anymore. He used to do like weekly, monthly, bi-monthly, whatever sort of shout outs saying, okay, I have a list of channels. I want everybody to sub up these channels. I want to get this person from 200 to 250. I want to get this person from 500 to 550 and stuff like that. I don't see any of that from him anymore. So I can't really put, even though Gary has once, like I remember, can't get my words out. I mentioned about legacy with like Gem Mint and stuff like that. Like, people just vote for stuff. I think people will vote for Gary purely for the Grow Together thing, even though he really doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
K-pop, another one. She does fantastic work. I wouldn't really call her necessarily a comic book builder. Like, she does a lot of good mod work, and things like that. So yeah, definitely a comic book builder. Mark, as I said earlier,
this actually annoys me now, because the amount of work that I've done for the Australian community with all of our creators, and like, it's no one's ever going to pay attention to that. That's outside of Australia. Oh, well, some people will, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
Aussieverse has spent so much time promoting Australian independent comics. So to me, that's a community builder.
Yeah, this is more YouTube comic book builder sort of thing. Like, most of these guys don't have channels or anything like that. So
Neither do
that's
the
what you
other
got to
guys.
sort of that's what you got to sort of put into perspective, I suppose. Like, you're doing. Don't get me wrong, you're doing an absolutely killer job, as you said, promoting underground, small, indie, Australian sort of comics and things like that. Even some of the bigger guys and that. But at the end of the day, they've got nothing to do with YouTube, and that's what this is about. This is to do with YouTube. So I think that's probably your only downfall, even though you're doing a
Right.
fantastic
Okay.
job.
Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Sticky Poo's killed. I really want to get into this one with a big live, but hey, what can you just do? Support anyone doing positive work. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, at the end of the day, whether it's on a small scale or a big scale, if anybody's doing any kind of comic book community building, shouting out, all that sort of stuff, they're a godsend in my book. So, as I said earlier, Mark did a couple of sub pushes for me. He's always shouting out people. He's always trying to push people to do bigger and better things. So that's always great. One collection down, Fable. Another guy with his station movement. Has been around for years. He does a lot of good work, and obviously Trev as well. So I know I voted for Mark last year, and I'm going to be voting for Mark again on this one. So, as I said, he's done a lot for my channel personally. Bonjour, Jean. Hope you're doing well. I just wait on the CBC. Lots of choices. That is for sure. Almost at the end. All right. Comic book community channel of the year. All right. We'll roll out comic historian for start off for me, and we'll roll out pop culture philosophers for me. Probably rule out Lunch Money comics as well, because as I said, I haven't watched any of his stuff really, so I need to get into that. It's between Katie and Mark. I think I voted for Mark last year because I think he was nominated for this as well. He is my boy, but I'd actually love to see Katie get the recognition. Katie is actually one of the OGs. Like, she has been around a long time. She just stopped doing a lot of content because of personal reasons and things that happen and stuff like that. I love Mark to death. But I think Katie's been doing such hard yards, such great work this year. I'm going to give it to Katie. So, all right. Last one, Comic Book Community Hall of Fame, a channel with 5+ years on YouTube. This one's not too bad because with this is the only category that once you win the award, you get taken out of the ballot. So you cannot win it the following year. So it's like your other, it's like your normal, it's like your Oscars or music or all that sort of Hall of Fame stuff. Once you're inducted, you're inducted. That's it.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Plus, it's only 5 years as well. So sooner or we'll be in this category.
Yeah. I know like Sleepy Reader, Damien, he's been around for I think maybe 10 or 15 years. Metarog's been doing it for 15, 20 years.
Really?
Never heard of Lords of the Long Box. Or I've heard the name, but don't know anything about them. Obviously, Comic Tom.
I only know, Comic Historian and Comic Tom.
Yeah, and Comic Historian I've never watched. I'm going to be going with Roger. It's between Metarog and Sleepy Reader. Damien for me. Metarog is one of the guys that I knew through Simon, so I've known him pretty much since I started. He's done shout outs for me, and he used to do a weekly show with telling everybody, this is who's doing giveaways, this is who's doing sub pushes, this is doing. So he's like almost an original sort of grow together type guy. So yeah, Roger, he doesn't do as much content as what he used to. He mainly sort of hops on people's live streams and mainly with like Grey Man and stuff like that. But yeah, Roger's definitely one of the OGs and an awesome guy. So all right, let's just do a quick thing. Make sure I got all my things in there. Yes. Just so make sure I didn't click on anything. Yep, all there. Yep, voted. Beautiful. and hit the submit button. You're signed in. You can only respond to this form once.
I hope somebody clips that quick conversation we had about separating the omnibus and the what was the other channel? The other one, the boxing, unboxing, was it?
The statues.
Yeah. Brian, you need to get on that.
Boom. Stop sharing. Has Tom never won this realistically? No. Yeah, first year was the year of Reggie Collects. So when they only had like, I think 10 categories, Reggie won like 9 of them. In the first year this award thing was done. What's her name? Second year, I think it was Beulah. I can't remember who got it last year though, or it might have been Beulah last year and then somebody else the second year. But I know Beulah's won it, and I know Reggie Collects has won it. So
cool.
I am now going to go outside for a smoke while I'm still live, and I don't care. I do it on my live streams all the time, so you can do. Oh no, you're on a computer, aren't you?
No, I'm on a laptop.
Yeah, I was going to say you could take the laptop out there with you if you want to. Turn the light on. See what the fuck I'm doing.
That's going to work with the light. Hang on. Let's see you.
Oh, there's Tate. Hey, Tate. Hope you're doing well, mate.
Tate.
All right. We're trying to find the lighter.
I'm just going to mute me for a minute because she doesn't know I'm coming out.
She might be out there in her PJs or something. Beautiful. Oh, it was Comic Tropes. Comic Tropes got it last year. So, yeah, it might have been Reggie, then Beulah, then Comic Tropes. So, fantastic show, man. Got to get back to the cleaning. Awesome, mate. Thanks so much for hanging out. Greatly appreciate it. Hey, Marcus, what's going on? Yeah, Reggie Collects. Yeah, year 1, Reggie Collects, 2, Beulah, and yeah, Comic Tropes. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Thanks for that, Marcus. No, unfortunately, I won't be, Dave. I'm having a little bit of financial trouble this particular go around in the pay thing. We'll leave it at that. And realistically, Tom should get it. I'd say Tom would probably win it, or Comic Storin will probably win it this year. But only time will tell. But I would love Metarog or Sleepy Reader to actually win it. So they've been around a lot longer than some of those. They've been around longer than Comic Tom, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I think they deserve to win it. Definitely.
I've never gone to the Yarraville one. I always wanted to. It's too far.
I'm gonna see how I go. I haven't done a con since, or even a comic fair since, I'd like to say, Supernova last year. So it's been quite a while, or it might have even been maybe the Yarraville I met up with you, Dave. But I literally have not done any comic fairs, toy fairs, shows, cons, anything in at least a year. And I really do miss it. So I'm hoping.
The one I went to recently was good.
Oh, the one down. I haven't actually done any of the comic and toy fairs down in like the western suburbs.
It was really good. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Like I thought it was going to be this small little thing, like one that I went to last year with Simon. But this one was quite large.
Yeah. I still need to go because they do, I think it's 1 or 2 big events a year. And they do, I think, like 4 small events. Like there's one in, I think, Bundura, one in Diamond Creek, and one in somewhere else or something or other. But I was thinking the Diamond Creek one probably wouldn't be too bad for me to get to, possibly. But yeah, giant size is always very cool. But I'm one of those people, unfortunately, when it comes to cons and fairs, I would rather go in with a wad of cash and buy nothing than go into it with nothing and want everything.
Well, yeah, I've gotten you. Yeah, yeah. I won't comment.
Yeah. He's in Hawthorne, Dave.
Yeah, I'm in Hawthorne, so it's and I don't have wheels, so yeah, when it's all those northern suburbs and western suburbs, it's not so easy.
Yeah, it's I don't think you don't even have a license, do you? Or is it Claudia that doesn't have the license?
We didn't need to talk about this on camera.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not knocking it at all. So, but yeah, no, that's like you got to catch either Ubers or public transport or whatever. So
yeah. Yeah.
But no, that's all cool.
But I'm a great lover.
Yes.
I was expecting.
I don't know why I said yes to that. Nobody clipped that. Nobody clipped that. Remy, if you're watching, piss off.
Oh, that was great.
Link. Oh, we're gonna be ending it, Simon, because I know my thing's gonna cut out as soon as something's gonna, and I need to go to bed anyway, and probably Bo does as well because they're both early starters. Not like some people, Simon.
Simon was rude and uploaded a video during this show.
I saw that. I saw the notification pop up.
How rude is that?
If you're Hawthorne, I can grab you if you want to come this weekend. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's the Vintage, Modern and Toy Fair, which is my mate Andrew. He runs that. He's the one that runs the giant size as well. He's the one that owns Pop Toys.
Dave, that is so freaking nice of you, man. If I'd known, I would have. If I'd known earlier, I would have definitely taken you up on that, man. That is really, really nice of you to offer. I've got plans this weekend, though. But if you're ever willing to do it again in the future, please let me know.
But that's also the hardest thing for me too now is all these things are on Sundays.
Yeah.
When I run Outback. So the only way I can do it is to literally try and get in early and do what I need to do, take some footage and whatever, buy what I want to buy, and then get out and then either try and make it home to start the live stream or take the laptop with me.
Yeah.
Because it's horrible doing it from a phone. So, yeah, that's the only way I can think of. Now, obviously, now daylight savings is a thing. Like, I'm starting the live stream now on Sundays at 11. If the show starts at 10, which most of them do, it might be doable if I can get in and out and do everything in like 45 minutes.
Oh, are you doing it at 11 now?
Yeah, because of the time difference. Because I always try to keep it around the same time that my predecessors did it. So now I'm doing it 11. The only thing I generally don't do is when America goes to daylight savings, then it should technically go back another hour to midday. But I generally don't do that because then if I'm going to run a 5, 6, 7 hour stream, I'm not running it till 7, 8 o'clock at night. No, that starts getting a bit silly. So
yeah.
Oh, Jerry. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well, mate. Yes, I vote for you every year, mate. You own that award. But yeah, no, if you ever seriously, Bo, check out Jerry's thing. Just watch just a couple of his videos.
Yeah, I don't know Jerry.
Amazed. Oh, have you watched some of his stuff, have you? Or
no, I'm sorry, I don't know him.
Oh, yeah, he does some mad scientist type shit with comic book restoration and that. It's even if you don't like watching that kind of stuff, it's fucking awesome. So,
okay, cool.
Definitely, check it out. Definitely watch that. So, but no, I think that will do us, everybody. We're starting to talk about personal Australian stuff, and you guys probably thinking, what the fuck are they talking about? But thank you, every single one of you who've been in the chat and kept this rocking all this time. I greatly appreciate it. That's right, Tate. Yeah, Jerry is a magician. Huge shout out to my boy Bo. Thank you so much, mate, for hanging out. We all know I can't run a live stream, so it's great to have somebody to bounce off. Even if my
Well, I've
internet
noticed
is
that
shit.
your internet is a lot better outside.
Yeah, I think it is. Except it's a bit wet and windy out here to be doing live streams from. So, but yeah, thank you everybody. I greatly appreciate you. I don't have a outro, so what shall we end it with? We'll end it with. Here we go. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? We'll end it with a classic. Thanks everybody. Take care.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.